but the fight continued outside the cafe. The aggressor grabbed a knife and stabbed his
What are we doing, bro? What the hell are we doing? We stabbing somebody over CSGO? We stabbing somebody over damn CSGO? If you can't regulate your emotions, maybe you shouldn't be playing the game.
multiple times in the chest and abdomen.
Oh! What's good, YouTube? It's the boy AJ King, and today we are reacting to the worst gamer deaths ever by Simple Paint. How the hell do you die playing video games? Are we dead us? Anyways, I know that I made the promise that I was going to be posting videos every single day on this channel. I lied. However, we are going to be posting really consistently, so make sure to drop a sub and drop a like if you want to. Other than that, let's get into the video.
The StarCraft incident. On August 5th, 2005, 28-year-old Lee Sung-seop entered an internet cafe in Daegu, South Korea. He ordered a soda, logged into StarCraft, and began playing. Hours turned into days. Witnesses said he rarely moved from his chair, taking only short breaks to the toilet. By the second night, he had been at the keyboard for nearly 50 hours. His posture sagged, his eyes bloodshot, but he kept clicking. The cafe manager urged him to stop, but Lee shook his head and loaded another match.
I don't know if y'all know what this is, but it was a show back in the day called like 1,000 Ways to Die. I remember there was a scene where this person like stayed and they played the video game for hours on end or whatever. And when he stood up, like something happened with his legs going up, and then I don't know, something like the blood flow went to his brain and it just killed him instantly. And so I wonder if that's exactly what's going to happen here. That's what it sounded like, and that's what it reminds me of.
Dawn on the third day, he suddenly collapsed. Paramedics arrived quickly, but he was unresponsive. At the hospital, doctors confirmed cardiac arrest brought on by exhaustion, dehydration, and blood clotting from immobility. He was pronounced dead shortly after arrival.
So he had a heart attack.
Pokemon electrocution.
Damn!
On July 9th, 2017, in Iloilo City, Philippines, a 12-year-old boy was playing PokémonGo with friends. They wandered near a construction site while searching for digital creatures.
It is PokémonGo. I was wondering because I was looking at electrocution. But damn, so that means, oh man, y'all remember when PokémonGo was going crazy, bruh? Y'all remember that song? I play PokémonGo every day. I play PokémonGo. I play PokémonGo every day. I play PokémonGo. Fire song. I miss those times. Can we go back? I didn't know that was 2017, though. That's actually a long time from now, which is actually insane.
The boy, holding his phone, climbed onto a metal structure.
Bro! Nah, bro. You deserve this. Bro, you deserve literally everything that's coming to you. Are you a damn idiot?
Close to overhead power lines. Witnesses said he lost his balance and reached out for support. His hand made contact with a live electrical cable. A loud crack followed, and he collapsed instantly. Friends screamed for help, and bystanders rushed over. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but the boy showed no signs of life. He was pronounced dead from electrocution. Authorities confirmed that he had been distracted by the game, which led him into a dangerous area. The accident was covered by local news outlets and cited as part of a series of Pokemon Go-related fatalities worldwide, where players, focused on the screen, entered dangerous environments.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, I know it's a big company. We hating on companies. But are we really going to blame PokémonGo for a damn kid climbing a phone tower? He's a damn idiot. He deserved that. That's just natural selection, bro. Let nature run its course. Why the hell is he doing that? Damn idiot.
The Minecraft incident. On July 19th, 2015, a 17-year-old boy entered an internet cafe in Pampanga, Philippines. He logged into Minecraft and began what became a marathon session. Witnesses said he played for almost 3 straight days, taking only brief naps at the desk. Staff grew concerned when they noticed he had not eaten properly and had barely moved from his chair. On the third day, as he leaned forward to type, his body went limp. He collapsed onto the keyboard and did not get up again. Friends called for help, and staff attempted first aid. Paramedics arrived, but pronounced him dead at the scene. Local doctors later cited cardiac failure linked to severe exhaustion and dehydration after continuous gaming. The Call of Duty swatting. On
3 days of straight Minecraft? How is that even possible? I know we got Minecraft lovers in here. I know people love Minecraft. That game is so boring to me. Maybe if he's playing with mods, I guess, but there's no way in hell I'm playing Minecraft for longer than 8 hours. I'd have to be getting paid to do that. You're telling me he found a way to do that for 3 days? Dude, are we serious? At a PC cafe? I doubt it. You're right. That's actually a great point. Yeah, of course. He's at a damn cafe. Hell nah, he ain't playing with no damn mods. This man, bro, 3 days? Like some of these, I feel like that's gonna be all of these. Bro, if you playing a game for that long, so much so to where you can die, you got a problem. You got a problem. Put the damn game down. And I know it's cliche, but go touch some damn grass. What are we doing?
December 28th, 2017, two Call of Duty players in the United States got into an online argument over a $1.50 wagered match. One player, Casey Viner, asked another, Tyler Barris, to swat his opponent by calling police to his address. Barris dialed 911 in Los Angeles and reported a fake hostage situation in Wichita, Kansas. The address he gave was not his rival's, but belonged to 28-year-old Andrew Finch, who had no connection to the dispute.
What?
Police surrounded Finch's home. When he opened the door, officers ordered him to raise his hands. Confused, he moved slightly, and an officer fired a single shot. Finch was killed instantly in front of his family.
Wait, you just said, I guess you could say he's dedicated to the craft. That is a phenomenal joke, actually. This situation just sucks. It wasn't even a guy who was on that. So how did they track it down? How did they find out that this is exactly what happened? I guess actually, maybe they pinpointed the location of the guy when he did the 911 call. Damn, though. You telling me you could just get slimed out like that? He had no association to the situation. He was just living his life. He answered the damn door. But I will say though, if I see police, like, maybe it's because I am a melanated brother. You feel me? But if I see police, like, I'm literally complying with every single thing that they have to say. My hands instantly go up. Instantly go up. Hands go up. Bro, I'm a damn puppy. Whatever it is that you need me to do, that is within my morals. You feel me? But damn, that is actually really unfortunate. Rest in peace to that guy, bro.
The case shocked the gaming world. Barris was later sentenced to 20 years in prison,
Good.
while Viner received a shorter sentence. The Wii Fit
Good, actually. Really good. But wait. What? Who's who? Oh, okay, this is the guy that made the call. This is what? Okay, this is the guy that made the call, and this is the person who was doing the wager. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Damn. Rest in peace.
Barris was later sentenced to 20 years in prison, while Viner received a shorter.
No, not even if they ask me to suck it. That goes against my morals. And I'm not gay.
Sentence.
What are we doing?
The Wii Fit incident. On December 28th, 2009, 25-year-old Tim Eves from Sittingbourne, Kent, received a Nintendo Wii Fit as a Christmas present.
Okay,
Excited to try it, he began using the console's fitness programs on Boxing Day. Family members later reported that he exercised intensely for several hours with the balance board and aerobic mini-games. That evening, after finishing a workout, he complained of chest pains and shortness of breath. His mother urged him to rest. Minutes later, he collapsed in the living room. Paramedics were called immediately. Despite resuscitation attempts, he was declared dead at the scene. An inquest found that Tim had suffered a sudden cardiac arrhythmia. Though rare, doctors noted that strenuous physical activity can sometimes trigger fatal heart irregularities in young adults. The case was widely reported in the UK as the first known death linked to Wii Fit activity. The Counter-Strike incident.
Bro, you telling me you telling me he's actually getting fit, doing stuff? I can't even do stuff no more. I can't even exercise no more, bro. We gonna blame the game for that? He locked in. He just, bro, man, I'm scared to do everything, bro. You can't do nothing, bruh. You dying for sitting and playing the game for too long. You dying for standing up and exercising and playing the game for too long. You know what? It really is the damn game. These games are evil.
On February 26, 2010, in Chongqing, China, two men in their 20s sat in an internet cafe playing Counter-Strike. They began to argue over
CS:GO.
strategy and insults in the game. Witnesses said the argument grew heated, with both shouting loud enough to attract attention across the room. One man stood up and pushed the other. Staff intervened and briefly separated them.
Are y'all fighting with your boys over the video game like in real life? No way the game gets that deep. No way the game can ever get that deep. I don't know. That's a weird friendship dynamic.
But the fight continued outside the cafe. The aggressor grabbed a knife and stabbed his opponent.
What are we doing, bro? What the hell are we doing? We stabbing somebody over CS:GO? We stabbing somebody over damn CS:GO? Really? How is that even possible? How is it possible to get to that level to where you're stabbing homeboy, even if you don't know him? I don't know if they know each other in the situation, but even regardless, you're stabbing somebody over a damn argument over a video game. Some people just so weird and oh my gosh, bro. You are such a lame. You are such a lame. People who, oh my gosh, I see red. Like these are those people. These are those people who do the dumbest stuff and then blame it on, oh, I was angry in the moment. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to say that. I was mad. Really, bro? If you can't regulate your emotions, maybe you shouldn't be playing the game.
Multiple times in the chest and
Oh! I'm at a loss for words. I literally don't know what to say. That is, wow. I thought it was just a one-off stab into, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Nah, this guy's just evil. This guy's just evil. Oh, demons.
Bystanders called for help, but the victim collapsed on the pavement before paramedics arrived. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police quickly arrested the attacker, who admitted to losing his temper during the argument. The killing was widely...
What did I say? What did I say? You lost your temper? You lost your damn temper? And so you stabbed somebody multiple times? Bro, get out the face of the damn planet, bro. We don't want you
reported in Chinese media as another example of internet cafe disputes turning deadly.
No,
local authorities used the case to highlight the growing problem of violence connected to online gaming and public spaces.
Oh my gosh, this damn argument? No, it's not the damn video game, bruh. It's not the video game that caused this man to stab somebody multiple times over losing his temper. Why are we blaming the game for that? That isn't saying like over a Counter-Strike game with multiple stabs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What? You're stabbing somebody. If it wasn't the game, it was going to be something else. This guy just has low IQ. There's nothing else to say about it.
The GTA
Stop blaming the game.
On August 3rd, 2008, in Bangkok, Thailand, 18-year-old high school student Paul Watchino hailed a taxi late at night. When they reached his destination, instead of paying, he pulled a knife and attacked the 54-year-old.
I thought that I was going to feel bad for a lot of the people in this video. Like, I thought it was just going to be things that, you know, they couldn't control. But it's seeming like all of it is things that they actually can control. It's almost as if you could just turn off the game. But why the hell did he stab this guy? What did he do?
Driver. He stabbed him multiple times before dragging the body from the car and attempting to drive away. Witnesses quickly alerted police, who intercepted him only minutes later.
That damn thing, he made the same face that I did. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Look, that's the same face that I made. All right, sorry.
Alerted police, who intercepted him only minutes later. He confessed that he had been playing Grand Theft Auto and wanted to know what it felt like to hijack a car in real life. Investigators said he showed no signs of intoxication or mental illness,
Yeah, he's
only
just an
fixation on the
idiot.
game. The teenager was charged with murder and robbery. He was
Yeah.
convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment.
Thank you.
Thai authorities
Thank you.
responded by temporarily pulling copies of Grand Theft Auto 4 from store shelves, citing the killing as evidence of dangerous influence. The crime received international coverage and became one of the first game-inspired homicides.
Okay, you see, so what I will say, I do not believe that children should have access to like violent video games. I do personally believe that, but I don't link the violent video games to acts like this. However, I can see some form of correlation, especially in terms of the extent that the violent video game goes to. Like if the video game is actually super duper gruesome and very graphic, then okay, I can understand that. GTA, they talking about GTA 4. That junk look like damn pixels and blocks and BS. Ain't no way I'm mixing that up with real life as a G. But who knows, man? Who knows?
The VR incident. On December 21st,
Ooh.
2017,
2017,
a
okay.
44-year-old man in Moscow, Russia, was at home using a virtual
Almost 10 years
reality
ago, by the way.
headset. He moved through his apartment while immersed in the game, unaware of obstacles around him. Investigators later determined that he stumbled while playing and crashed directly into a glass table. The impact shattered the surface, slicing deep into his body. Alone in the apartment, he was unable to call for help. Neighbors reported hearing a loud crash, but did not enter. Hours later, family members found him lying in the living room surrounded by broken glass. He had bled to death from severe wounds to his head and neck. Moscow authorities confirmed the accident, noting that it was one of the first recorded cases of a fatality linked directly to the use of a VR
I feel bad for
headset.
this one.
The unusual circumstances attracted international attention, with headlines highlighting the hidden dangers of playing immersive games in unsafe environments. The World of Warcraft incident. On February 1st, 2007, a 26-year-old man walked into an internet cafe in Guangzhou, China. He sat down, opened World of Warcraft, and began to play. Witnesses later said he barely spoke, only pausing for instant noodles or brief toilet breaks. Day 1 passed, then day 2. He remained in the same seat, eyes fixed on the screen, fingers steady on the mouse. By the third day...
do these places not close? Like, I feel like everyone's just able to... Like, why are they able to stay for 24 hours? Why is that a thing? They don't just kick them out? I feel like it should have some form of limit. Like, okay, you've been here too long. Leave, and then you could come back later. Something like that. Just to prevent things like this. But, you know, I can't really blame the cafe for it. But, you know.
His movement slowed.
I don't know.
At 10 a.m., he suddenly slumped forward onto the desk. Other customers thought he had fallen asleep. After several minutes without motion, staff went to check. They shook his shoulder, but he was limp. An ambulance was called.
That's
when
scary.
Paramedics arrived, he showed no pulse.
That is
Doctors
scary.
at the nearest hospital declared him dead, citing cardiac arrest linked to extreme exhaustion and dehydration after 3 days of continuous gaming.
Yeah, bro, why everyone playing a game for 3 days straight? So 2 days is the limit. I'm sorry.
On October 20th, 2007, in Wellington, Ohio, 16-year-old Daniel Petrick argued with his parents after they confiscated his copy of Halo 3. They had locked the game in a safe, believing he had become dangerously addicted. While they were out, Daniel discovered where the key was hidden and retrieved both the game and his father's pistol. When his parents returned, he confronted them in the living room. He asked them to close their eyes, saying he had a surprise. Instead, he raised the pistol and fired. His mother, Susan, was killed instantly. His father, Mark, was shot in the head, but survived. Daniel attempted to frame his father by placing the gun in his hand. Paramedics arrived quickly and saved him. Daniel was arrested and later sentenced to 23 years to life in prison. The case shocked the...
23 years? This man tried to slime out his mom and dad over the damn game, and he's only getting 23 years? What are we doing? 23 freaking years! 23 measly years! Usual suspect. He just looks... Whatever. On to the next.
Cliff. On September 7th, 2016,
No
two men in
PokémonGo.
Tokushima Prefecture, Japan, were playing PokémonGo along a coastal path. The mobile game, which used GPS and augmented reality, had become a global sensation only weeks earlier.
Yeah.
Players often followed the app into unfamiliar areas while chasing virtual creatures. That afternoon, the men, aged 21 and 22, walked together while staring at their phones. The trail narrowed near a steep drop overlooking the sea. Focused on the screen, they failed to notice the edge. Both fell from a height of more than 65 feet. Emergency responders were called immediately by nearby witnesses. One of the men was found alive but badly injured. The other was discovered at the base of the cliff, unresponsive. He was declared dead at the hospital a short time later. Japanese authorities urged players to pay more attention to their surroundings, and the case received wide coverage in national and international media.
Okay, maybe Pokemon Go was a problem. But yeah, they also like we can't blame Pokemon Go for that. We can't. No. At all, actually. But it was a lot of deaths. I'm starting to remember. That was a big thing. You said, I don't know how people don't pay that much attention. Yeah, I agree. It's actually like, okay, what the hell are we doing? How are you walking completely glued to your phone and you don't see that you're walking towards a cliff? Both of them, two people, it's not just one. If it was like the one friend and then, okay, cool, but what are they doing? Holding hands while playing the game? How they both fall simultaneously? That don't make sense. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
The League of Legends incident. On November 14th, 2012, a 23-year-old man entered an internet cafe in Wuhan, China. He sat at a terminal.
I'm starting to see something. I think these damn internet cafes are the real ones, the real perpetrators, the real ones causing these deaths. They have some demon in there that just sucks out all of the knowledge of the players. And it just seeps in. Game. That's all it's saying. And then they just, you feel me? Alien brain tweeze. Get cooked just like that. I think that's what it is.
League of Legends and began to play. Staff said he had been a regular customer, sometimes staying for long sessions. But this time he remained in his seat for nearly 23 hours without pause. Other patrons noticed him shifting uncomfortably, rubbing his chest. But he kept on playing. As the morning turned into afternoon, his body weakened. At 3 p.m., he suddenly slumped back in his chair. His arms fell to his side. The mouse slipped from his hand. The attendant rushed over, calling his name, but he was unresponsive.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think y'all gonna catch me doing a 24-hour where I'm playing the game straight. We doing like IRL stuff. We are not just going to be playing the game straight. Because if I die, the irony of me dying just playing the game for hours on end, and then people just go back to this video right here. I can't go out like that. I can't have people seeing my legacy like that. Hell nah. I ain't gonna let it get close. Hell no. It's impossible, bro, especially one game. That's what I'm saying. Just because the people that are addicted appear here. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Paramedics were summoned immediately. By the time they arrived, his pulse was faint and irregular. He was transported to a nearby hospital, where doctors attempted to resuscitate him. He was declared dead shortly afterward. Medical staff attributed the death to cardiac arrest, brought on by fatigue, dehydration, and prolonged immobility. It was one of several such incidents reported in China during that period. The Lineage 2 incident.
Like, do we really, like, is that how you want to go out, bro? Playing the game? You don't want to you don't want to crush. You don't want to make bread. Have children, start your legacy, any of that, just the game. He probably went out exactly like he wanted. That's what it's even like. Maybe that is how they want to go out. I guess it's not the worst way to go out, but damn.
March 29th, 2005 in Shanghai, two friends, Qiu Chengwei and Zhu Kaoyuan, played the online game Lineage 2. Qiu loaned Zhu a powerful virtual sword, the Dragon Saber. Weeks later, Zhu sold it for 7,200 yuan without permission. Furious, Qiu demanded its return. When Zhu refused, Qiu reported the theft to police. At the time, Chinese law did not recognize virtual property as real, and no charges were filed. On the evening of March 29th, Qiu confronted Zhu in person. The argument escalated into violence. Q drew a knife and stabbed Zhu repeatedly. Zhu died from his wounds.
Reasonable crash out. Reasonable crash out. How the hell you gonna take my stuff that I gave to you for a period of time and then sell it and then refuse to give anything back? Come on now. You deserve that.
Q was arrested at the scene. In June 2005, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole.
Oh,
the killing
possibility.
became one of the first high-profile cases linking disputes over virtual items to real-world homicides.
This is 2005.
Sparking debate in China over the value and legal status of digital property.
Damn, bro. The Chinese take their gaming seriously. Oh my gosh.
The Pokemon train. On August 20th,
That is the third Pokemon incident in this video. Yo, PokémonGo it was a problem, bruh. It actually was a problem. I don't blame them, but the correlation is linking with the damn causation. That's all I'm gonna say.
3rd, 2016, in Tokushima Prefecture, Japan, a 39-year-old truck driver was driving on a rural road while playing Pokemon Go. Distracted by the game, he failed to see two women crossing at a railway intersection. The truck struck both pedestrians. One woman, aged 72, died instantly. The second, aged 60, was rushed to hospital with critical injuries and died shortly afterward. Witnesses said the driver never braked before impact. Police arrested the man at the scene. He admitted he had been playing Pokemon Go behind the wheel. Prosecutors charged him with dangerous driving resulting in death. The case made national headlines in Japan.
Y'all, it's not worth it. Put your phone down while you driving. I know everybody feel like they demand, everybody feel like they can do it and everything like that, but it's just too easy. Like, it's too easy to kill or be killed with driving. Like, please, oh my gosh. If you are watching this video, please do your best to not be on your phone while you're driving. I'll be honest, I'm guilty of it too. I can be guilty of it too. But for the most part, I try to mitigate the amount of phone usage that I'm using, just because, like, that's horrible way to go out. Now look at him. His whole life gone. His whole life gone. Anything that he had going for himself, gone because he decided to play Pokemon Go. That was however many years ago, and guess what? Nobody playing the damn game anymore. Or at least, I mean, people are still playing it, but it's not as much as it was. Guarantee you this guy would have dropped the game by this time. And so it's like, is it worth it? Hell nah. Absolutely not.
Where the government had already issued public safety warnings about the game.
Yeah.
Following the tragedy, Niantic, the game's developer, added new warnings for players not to use the app while operating vehicles. Despite the changes, the Tokushima crash remains one of the deadliest incidents linked to mobile gaming distraction.
Rest in peace.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar ones and
W video. With that being said, that's the end of the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think that it's the game's fault, or do you believe that it is the person's fault? I personally lean towards it being the person's fault, but I do see some cases, especially with like Pokemon Go, where the company should be responsible to an extent, you know? With that being said, that's the end of the video. Make sure that y'all join the stream, AJ King OD. Make sure that y'all check me out on my AJ King Plus channel, where we're doing Try Not to Laughs weekly. And then on this channel, again, you know, empty promises or whatever. But we are going to be posting very consistently here. So other than that, it's the boy AJ King, and we out. Peace.